Hello, fabulous Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of March 2015, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month, in the context of love, we have Venus. Venus, in the later part of the month, will move into the very part of the sky for you that has to do with romance, and it has to do with the feelings of love, that feelings that love provides. And not only that, but Venus will move into this very romantic, the most romantic part of your sky. And before the month is through, we'll reach out to Pluto in your sign, making for one of the most potent, romantic, celestial conversations that there can be. And this celestial conversation speaks right to the heart of you, making you one of the most benefited from this highly potent and highly romantic celestial atmosphere. So, as I look at the sky for you, and especially those of you who are with somebody, attached to somebody, this ultimately has to do with romance. It has to do with remembering the joy that connects you with this person. And all in all, I'm just going to say it, this is pretty sexy, I got to say. Now, next month, we've also got a pretty sexy vibe happening with Mars moving into this part of the sky as well. And so I would say to you, take advantage of this, because this is ultimately part of an energy that's going to only build as the weeks go on. So in the later part of the month, once we have Venus moving into this part of the sky, it's going to add an element of joy and of softness to the bond that you have that reminds you why you got together with this person in the first place. And there's a lot of fertility energy with this as well. So if you are hoping to have a child, you certainly are going to begin to have celestial help now, which will only grow in the weeks ahead. If you are not looking for that to happen, then of course there are things you can do to make sure that that doesn't. And you can manifest this energy differently in terms of just wanting to enjoy the company of the person that you already love. If you are dating somebody, this is really great energy for, again, enjoying that person. This is really great dating energy. So whereas if you're already in an established bond, this can feel a little bit like, okay, you're returning to what brought you together in the first place. If you already are dating somebody, this is about nurturing that. Enjoying their company that much more, feeling a sense of romance, almost feeling, I do think some Capricorns out there may end up feeling a little swept off their feet. And those of you who are open to meeting somebody new, this makes for such a romantic vibe for flirting, for enjoying yourself, enjoying your life, and from that place, attracting the company of another. Now, this ultimately is about keeping it fun, keeping it light, trying not to get too consequential. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to go in a direction immediately that is anything but light, okay? Ultimately, it's about what you feel comfortable with. But I will say this, Venus speaking with Pluto before the month is out is a very intense attraction, is a very attraction that feels very fated, that feels very strong. It's a pull towards another person. How far you choose to take that is completely up to you, but there is a very deep transformative quality to this connection. So it isn't just that you're feeling, oh wow, yeah, this feels really nice. No, it's not just that. It's that this moment, a flirtation, an attraction, has the potential to help you see yourself differently, see who you are differently, and come to a different understanding of yourself in a much more expansive way, in a much more all-encompassing way. And if ever there was a time when the energy of attraction itself could be a transformative force, a force of a rebirth, and a force of an awakening, this would be that time. At the early part of the month, we do have Venus speaking in a conversation of tension with Pluto in your sign, and then before the month is out in supreme harmony. So I do think that for some of you out there, there may be a little bit of an uncomfortable, this could be an attraction that something is off about it, something feels odd, it doesn't feel like there's a flow, you may be very hard on yourself about this, or it may be that somebody else is drawn to you, but you're, for some reason, you're feeling like, no, I don't want to go here. And it could also be a sense of, like, maybe the person is not able to be completely with you at the level that you desire. So it may be that the person is already attached to somebody and bringing a lot of complication to the table. It may be that the person is, like, you feel that there's something else there and they're not being very plain about it. They're not being very honest about it, but you can feel that there are other things playing out there that they're not able to be upfront about. You need to trust your intuition on that. Because whether it's a new person that comes up or a situation that's coming up in your romantic life with somebody that you're already connected with, it doesn't look very clear cut, but it does look like your intuition is going to be working on overdrive. And if it's telling you to create space, do honor that. But if this is a person who's meant to be in your life, or it's a person you're already connected to, all that resolution will come before the month is out. And I do think that, especially if you're open to meeting somebody new, by the time the month is done, a new attraction will come into the picture that will feel so much more right. What I love about this month for you is that your intuition will be honest with you, and honest to the point of overdrive. Listen to it and honor it, and you will find yourself moving away from a love and experiences in love that you know are amiss, and an ability to be honest with yourself about what it was that was drawing you into a certain situation. For some Capricorns out there, you'll be able to be much more honest with yourself, and that will lay the groundwork for something that is much more honest and feels that much more right. Be open to love, whether it's with the person that you're committed to. Don't take anything personally, whether it's with the person you're committed to or somebody you're dating or as you're meeting new people. And that will prepare you very well to create the space where you are holding yourself. You're coming to an understanding that there is something essential in you that can allow you a sense of independence and a sense of worth as you interact with the world. That alone will ensure that before the month is through, you will be feeling a very strong affirmation of your worthiness and a strong affirmation of your desirability before the month is through.